Want the appliance industry's real truth? Don't ask the big box store salesman. Ask the guy in the dirty work boots. Ask an independent appliance repair technician. These people spend 40 hours a week taking apart those shiny stainless steel boxes in your kitchen. They see the melted circuit boards. They see the shattered plastic gears. They see the engineered failure points that corporate marketing departments spend millions to hide from you. And if you ask any veteran repair tech what appliances they have at home, you'll notice a pattern. Their kitchens don't have Wi-Fi, their refrigerators don't have tablets on the doors. They run old, ugly analog white boxes, because the people who fix these machines know which brands and features will mathematically rob you blind. Today, we're opening that blacklist. I'll walk you through the 5 worst engineering crimes hiding in the modern appliance aisle. We'll cover the specific brands to avoid at all costs and the dumb machines you should buy instead. Number 1 on the blacklist, the Samsung Smart Refrigerator. Walk into any big box appliance store, and the centerpiece of the refrigerator aisle is usually a massive $3,000 Samsung French door unit. It has a giant digital tablet on the door, internal cameras to peek inside from your phone, and a sleek ice maker built right into the top corner. To a repair technician, this machine is a rolling catastrophe. The primary engineering fraud is a fundamental violation of thermodynamics. The indoor ice maker. To make ice, temperatures need to be below 32 degrees Fahrenheit, but your refrigerator compartment for milk and eggs is typically 38. Samsung engineers mounted the ice maker inside a thin plastic box inside the refrigerator, pumping freezing air through a narrow duct. It's a thermodynamic nightmare. The plastic box lacks proper insulation. Every time you open the door, warm, humid kitchen air hits that below freezing ice maker. It creates condensation that drips down, freezes solid, and turns the entire internal mechanism into a block of ice. The plastic gears try to rotate the frozen mass and shatter. This flaw is so widespread there are massive class lawsuits. Repair technicians will tell you, never buy a refrigerator with an ice maker inside the refrigerator compartment. If you want ice, buy a cheap unit where the ice maker sits where it belongs, in the freezer. Number 2, the LG front-load washing machine. Front-load washers are marketed as high-efficiency, premium machines. LG dominates this retail space, but behind the stainless steel drum is a terrifying example of planned obsolescence. That piece is called the spider arm bracket. In a front-load washer, the entire weight of heavy, wet clothes is supported by a 3-pronged bracket on the back of the drum. In commercial machines, this bracket is solid forged steel or cast iron, built to survive decades of abuse. Consumer parts fail, but in modern LG and Samsung washers, this critical component is made from cheap, porous cast aluminum. This pot metal construction is the weak link. That pot metal bracket sits in soapy water, exposed to detergents. A chemical reaction called galvanic corrosion begins immediately. Over 3 to 5 years, the acidic detergent eats the aluminum. The metal becomes spongy and flakes apart like wet chalk. Galvanic corrosion eats the bracket from the inside out. One day, you throw a heavy load of towels into the drum. The machine goes into a high-speed spin, and that corroded spider arm snaps. The drum drops, smashes through the tub, and destroys the machine. The repair will be a $600 drum assembly replacement, more than half the cost of the original washer. Repair technicians know this. That's why they buy vintage Whirlpool top loaders or Speed Queen machines that use heavy-duty steel transmissions. Number 3, the GE Smart Range. The kitchen stove used to be the simplest, most indestructible appliance. It was just a heavy metal box with a gas valve or a copper heating coil, a machine built to last 30 years without service. Today, brands like GE, owned by Haier, are bolting delicate computers onto them. The engineering crime here is the placement of the control board. Look at a modern range on a showroom floor. To look sleek, designers placed a massive digital touchscreen on the front or back. But ovens generate extreme radiant heat. They reach 500 degrees inside, and all that heat has to vent somewhere, right out at the top of the machine, underneath or behind that digital panel. They're intentionally placing a fragile heat-sensitive circuit board directly in the blast radius of a 500-degree oven. Over time, the constant heat dries out capacitors and melts solder joints. When the range throws a cryptic error code locking you out, a technician can't just swap a mechanical switch anymore. They have to order a proprietary $300 logic board from overseas. If that board is back-ordered, you're eating takeout for weeks. Number 4. The premium whisper quiet dishwasher. If you bought a Whirlpool or Maytag dishwasher 20 years ago, it sounded like a jet engine, but it lasted forever. Older dishwashers had a built-in macerator, a miniature garbage disposal at the bottom of the tub. It chopped food and blasted it down the drain. Today, consumers demand quiet appliances. To achieve that, companies removed the metal choppers. They installed a fragile, thin plastic impeller wheel driven by a tiny motor. They rely on a delicate mesh filter screen to catch debris, but if a pistachio shell, popcorn kernel, or glass shard slips past, it hits the spinning plastic impeller at full speed. A technician needs to fully take apart the whole machine just to wipe the wet lint off the inside radiator. This is the ultimate planned obsolescence subscription plan, hidden as a high-end upgrade. The technicians, they know what's really going on. The whole modern appliance industry is basically about adding fragile, complex parts that break easily to simple mechanical jobs. If you want to get around the blacklist, you have to perform the basic appliance counterattack. Please stop purchasing appliances that have Wi-Fi capabilities. Don't buy refrigerators that have ice dispensers in the door. Stop buying stoves with digital touch panels. Look for the cheapest, least attractive basic model white appliance on display with solid mechanical knobs. You're trading digital ease for mechanical durability, and you're keeping your money away from the big companies that design these appliances to break right after the warranty ends. If you've watched this far, please hit the subscribe button. I talk about the engineering scams hidden inside the items you purchase each week. I cover the engineering frauds hiding inside the products you buy every week.